Monday night. Can you see me now? Always have OBS issues right before I start live. Isn't that how it works? So, anyway, this is the Be Progressive Show. I am Brandon Neal. Today we're going to be continuing to look at some crazy crap from the Republican side of the aisle and a little bit on the left as far as force the vote, the Jimmy Dore, Cenk Uygur, Ben Dixon, AOC Majority Report, and you name it. Everyone's involved. Everyone has an opinion, and everyone is pissed off at everybody else. I've never seen an issue divide the left so much as I have this Medicare for All force the vote. And after a few days, I've decided I'm on Jimmy Dore's side. I really am, and I've stated that before. I'm going to pop into his Mr. Jimmy Dore's live stream and see what he's talking about.
I'm Nina Turner.
Oh, yes, Nina.
I am running for the U.S. Congress.
I will vote for you if I could. I would.
The reason it has so much momentum, the reason it has so much energy is because you are right, not because you are. It's literally that simple. But it's not that you are right. You are a messenger for an idea that is right. It's not that Jimmy is correct. It's that
I love when they cut to this angle. You can see Jimmy up in the right without the blue screen and see.
Is correct.
I was kind of curious how he was set up there. So looks like it's just a big ass TV.
To your credit, use your platform to advance the idea, and it obviously caught fire because it's a good idea.
Yep. I agree with you, Mr. Radigan.
People are just making up bogus reasons why it can't work, why it shouldn't work, and why we need to wait a little longer. Remember, the Democrats lose control of the Congress in 2022. It's all over, right? And then we get a worse Trump in 2024. So this is literally the only time we can do this, right now. And so anybody out there telling you to wait, this isn't the right time, this isn't the right strategy, those people are on the take, they're gaslighting you, and they're trying to block you from getting health care because there are millionaires who already have it. Nobody who doesn't have health care is saying that. Nobody is saying that. There are people so bent against me that 90% of their audience is for this, and they're still finding bullshit reasons to be against it.
He's referring to TYT.
Disgusting. 90%
yeah,
for this. They see right through Cenk Uygur's gaslighting, and yet every day now he's coming out with another bullshit reason why we can't do this. Shame on him. Shame on him.
Drums, man. Drums.
Poor people asking for fucking money in the middle of a depression 3 times a week like it's coming from his cell phone. Shame on those people. Dylan, thank you very much. Thank you for coming on and having the information and framing it correctly. I really appreciate it.
Remember, I'm going to say, the reason I'm profoundly disturbed is because the U.S. government has now had time to contemplate.
So, anyway, what's going on here if you're not up on this, which if you watch my stuff, I've talked about it a lot. This all started, the stop or force the vote is for Medicare for All in the House, and Jimmy Dore has started this movement. Jimmy Dore broke off from the Young Turks quite a while ago. I've always heard that there was a little bit of bad blood between him and Cenk, but I never really did hear or know what all happened there. But either way, he's went on to build a very large audience base. He has almost 900,000 subscribers right now on YouTube, and he is very active. He puts out a lot of videos. Him and his wife, Steph, man, that's all, they have to live it because they're doing it all the time. But he started this force the vote idea and has been pushing it hardcore that we should have AOC in the squad and the Progressive Caucus hold voting for Nancy Pelosi for Speaker and not vote for her unless she calls for a vote on the floor for Medicare for All. And we do know that stands no chance of actually passing, and that's not really the point. The point more is, according to Jimmy and the people that are with him, Brianna Joy Gray, there's a lot of people that are on his side. There's a lot of people on the other side, but Jimmy's side is saying that if we can go ahead and hold her up for speaker and get a floor vote, we can get these people that are in the Progressive Caucus that say they're for Medicare for all actually on record to say, yes, I voted for it, or no, even worse, I said no to giving people health care in the middle of a pandemic. So it's kind of a shame tactic. It's a really good time to do this with the pandemic and all. And really, I mean, if you look at like the Civil Rights Act in 63, I think it was, it failed as well. And it was a similar situation to where there was a lot of attention garnered, even though it got a vote, but there was a lot of attention garnered, and it really built momentum for it. And in 64 it passed. And I think that, it's the same situation. Jimmy's saying, I don't care. Let's get it in the public. Let's get everyone, on record. Let's just hash it out right now. And, strategically, I don't know whether or not it'll all shake out one way or the other. It could be bad. It could be good. But the thing it's going to do and it has already done, has put it in the spotlight. And sadly enough, the thing that's put it in the spotlight the most is the fact that the left is completely split down the middle and at each other's throats on this. Jimmy and Cenk Uygur are just openly, and Anna Kasparian and Jimmy are just openly like pulling out dirt from years ago, like scorched earth. Like, we're not talking anymore after this kind of level stuff. So, I mean, it's a crazy time on the Democratic left, or the progressive left, I guess I should say. All right, I'll pop over and we'll stop watching Jimmy here for a little bit, because just Steph probably reading all the money that's full. Look at this, the amount of money that he gets. They said he just bought a $2 million house in California somewhere, but I can't imagine. They're bragging like that's a lot, but in California, a $2 million home is not that big, but I don't know. Anyway, I guess he is making some pretty good money, as you can see. If you just go through and scroll, this is nightly. Every time he does a live show, you see this just constant money flowing in, and it's crazy. So that's what some people are accusing him of grifting, and this is all just a grift, but it really isn't. If you know Jimmy at all, you might not like the way Jimmy goes about things and the way and I don't really like the way he attacks certain people and things, but like, he still does have a degenerative bone disease that is, costing him a lot of money in healthcare, and being a comedian is not always the best when it comes to healthcare, because you're self-employed and all of that. So he's had a really rough go, and this is Jimmy doing what everyone, we always say, stop being armchair quarterback, get out there, do something. Well, I mean, yeah, he's sitting in a chair and recording, but he's doing more for the Medicare for All vote than anybody else has. I mean, just, we all talk about it, but Jimmy actually is out there pushing and trying to get this done. It's just unfortunate, all the mudslinging that had to occur on both sides. And I really don't know why people are fighting him on this, that they're acting like it's going to be the end of the progressives or something if we don't win, or like what's wrong with it, man? Just let it go. I don't understand it. Like, if you think it's silly, you think it's silly, but is it going to cost us something? I don't get that. I don't understand Cenk and like all the majority report and Anna, of course, and they're just dogging on the idea, and a lot of it's just because they don't like Jimmy. It really is, because I feel like this is something that the left has been pushing for such a long time, that for us to not be together on this, put your pettiness aside, Jimmy and everybody else, and let's try and get this done. Let's just do this. I don't understand the people that are saying no to this. It doesn't make any sense to me. But anyway, I'm gonna move on a little bit here. Let's see what we got. I pulled a few things. Oh yeah, this is we're gonna be talking about the COVID vaccine here a little bit, and I saw this tweet. This is absolutely perfect. Joni Ernst suggests doctors are faking COVID-19 deaths to make money, and then next to it's a picture of her being vaccinated. And that is so accurate. Absolutely pathetic. Joni Ernst is just an awful human anyway, but this just is disgusting. Just disgusting. The fact that Congress I'm okay if you want to give it to, high-ranking Congress people that are closely in line for president. I get it if you want to vaccinate those people, but man, really, all doctors and healthcare workers that are out there on the front lines should be the absolute first. Like, I can't even imagine. And if you look and see what's going on with Stanford, I have my wife's a physician, and she went to residency with a girl who I think is associated now with Stanford, or has been in the past, and was talking about they're basically giving their hospital CEOs and hospital administrators the vaccine, but they're not giving their residents the vaccines, who are actually in the rooms every single day in the ICUs. And yeah, it's just, the rich are always going to try and get that first, and it's pretty pathetic, and you're seeing it. So, this was the NRA thing. This is hysterical. Buy the gun you want. Rapid market from Santa. Your spouse will have to go along with it, or they'll ruin Christmas for the kids. Oh, maybe dropping the gun and shooting your kid in the head would ruin Christmas. I don't know. Morons. That's all right, though. The NRA is about done. They've been proven to be as corrupt as can be, and they're bleeding money. So, let's see. Oh, yeah. Someone has put together a website, a running list of right-wing politicians and media figures who downplayed the virus but skipped the line to get vaccine, and they have every single politician listed. I'm sorry, I just cannot understand why we would let Republicans specific, or really anybody, but no one but Republicans did it. Anybody that pushed anti-COVID nonsense, or saying it was a hoax, or it wasn't that big of a deal, or masks don't work, or closing the economy didn't do anything. And if you're one of those people, you should really be at the absolute back of the line. There's no reason. I mean, really, you've done more harm than good, and really you should be at the very back. And I did hear today that there's talk that the 106 Republicans that went along with the Texas multi-state BS that Rudy Giuliani and Sidney Powell and all them pulled, those 106 there's actually now a push for those people to not be seated in Congress. And they are citing the Constitution, Article 1, Section 5, that these people should not be seated because basically they have participated in seditious behavior. And that is exactly what they have done. And it's not hubris, it's not exaggeration at all. They are basically calling for Trump to, at this point, perform a military coup, complete martial law, and become dictator. And I don't care how you spin it. It's out in the open. That's exactly what's happening. I don't think it will happen. I don't think that he'll finish it because he's not smart enough. But yeah, these people, they need to be tried. So anyway, let's see what else we got here. I was going to see how we were going on the Jimmy Shore show here and see if he is back to talking about this.
Issue about race or gender. What? Stop it. Stop. They're elected officials. Force the vote. Event Horizon Singularity Real. You got it. I love it. Sal, Stay Fresh Jabardi. How have you been doing, Sal? Tweeted AOC to watch her take.
Yeah, they're just reading all their money chat, which takes them all day. Let's check out the Republican loser list. We got quite a bit of garbage on here. Sebastian Gorka. What an absolute loser that guy is, man. Oh, the one thing I did want to show people tonight. And here it is. So, I discussed on a previous video that the Dominion voting company and Smartmatic software voting software company have both sent letters to Newsmax, OAN, and Fox News saying that a retraction must be made, or they will be sued for libel. And it's an open and shut case. Everyone pretty much has said there's no way in hell that they would win. I said that Fox News would retract right away. They did. They did an entire segment on the Lou Dobbs show explaining how pretty much all the horseshit they've been saying is not true. There's no evidence of it. And I knew Fox News would do it because I knew Fox News is big enough and they know better. And they're bleeding viewers as it is now. So they're not going to take a hit like that for no reason. So they retracted. I said Newsmax and OAN probably wouldn't, just because they're so deep in the Trump world that they're very headstrong, and I just didn't think it would happen. I was really hoping that they wouldn't. They did. So let's take a listen.
Since Election Day, various guests, attorneys, and elected officials have appeared on Newsmax and offered opinions and claims about Smartmatic and Dominion Systems, both companies that offer voting software in the U.S., and Newsmax would like to clarify its news coverage and
I love this.
that it has not reported as true certain claims made about these companies. There are several facts our viewers and readers should be aware of. Newsmax has found no evidence that either Dominion or Smartmatic owns the other or has any business association with each other. We have no evidence that Dominion uses Smartmatic software or vice versa. No evidence has been offered that Dominion or Smartmatic used software or reprogrammed software that manipulated votes in the 2020 election. Smartmatic has stated that its software was only used in the 2020 election in Los Angeles, was not used in any battleground state contested by the Trump campaign. Newsmax has no evidence to the contrary. Dominion has stated the company has no ownership relationship with the Pelosi family, the Feinstein family, the Clinton family, Hugo Chavez, or the government of Venezuela.
Oh, God,
Neither
that's
Dominion
awesome.
nor Smartmatic has any relationship with George Soros.
Oh, there he
Smartmatic
is.
is a U.S. company and not
Mr.
owned by the
Soros.
Venezuelan government, Hugo Chavez, or any foreign official or entity. Smartmatic states that it has no operations in Venezuela. While the company did election projects in Venezuela from 2004 to 2017, it was never founded by Hugo Chavez, nor did it have a corrupt relationship
poor
with him
bastard.
or the Venezuelan government.
They sent you out
For
there
more on this, please
to make-
go to our website at
You look like a fucking
newsmax.com.
fool.
Read facts about Dominion Smartmatic.
They might as well be like the claims made that the transgendered lesbian Nazis that rigged the vote in Pennsylvania were actually not there or high on bath salts. They just make these most unbelievable claims sensationally on their show in different clips, but when you have to put it all together in a retraction video and read it like that guy did, it's hysterical. All of the horseshit that they have made up since they started on this whole thing, since the election day. That's oh, we also saw today that we got to watch this.
Corruption
All
has
right,
not.
let's start this from the beginning. So what's happened here is Pat Robertson has finally had it with Trump. I don't know if Trump just didn't include him in on the grift or something, but anyway, even the crypt keeper himself, he's 177,000 years old, and even he recognizes that Joe Biden is your next president.
I think it's all over. I think the Electoral College has spoken. I think the Biden corruption has not totally been brought to fruition, but it doesn't seem to be affecting the Electoral College. And I don't think the Supreme Court is going to move in to do anything. And I think we're going to see a President Biden, and I also think we'll be seeing a President Kamala Harris not too long after the inauguration of President Biden. With all his talent and the ability to raise money and draw large crowds, the president still lives in an alternate reality. He really does. People say, well, he lies about this, that, and the other, but no, he isn't lying. To him, that's the truth. He had the biggest crowd on Inauguration Day. He had more people than ever. He was the most popular people.
Watch out, Trump.
He saved NBC.
Here comes the Pat Robertson bus.
You go down the line of things that really aren't true. And, people kept pointing to them, but because they loved him so much and he was so strong for the evangelicals were with him all the way. But there was something about him that was good, that God placed him in that office for the time. He's done a marvelous job for the economy.
God
But at
just
the
wasn't
same
on his
time,
side, bro.
he is very erratic, and he's fired people, and he's fought people, and he's insulted people, and it keeps going down the line. So it's a mixed bag, and I think it would be well to say you've had your day, and it's time to move on.
Oh, that was great. So anyway, let's see. There was one other thing here I was going to show you guys tonight if I can find what I did with it. Oh, wrong place. And I've lost it. Oh well. We'll talk about it next time. We're going to call it short tonight, but we will be back tomorrow, same time. I was going to try and shoot for 6 o'clock. That's not going to work. It's probably going to be 9 o'clock every night. We'll go through some stuff. Let's see. Yep. Probably about another 30, 40 minute shows what we'll end up doing every night. So stick around. Come back and see us. Subscribe, like, comment. And I appreciate everyone watching.